What is up? Bleeding Blue Podcast, episode 46. We are back at it, just finishing off the second half of the Blue Jays season. And I'm going to say it's probably worse than I expected, a shit show to say. The team that you have on your head right now is probably having more fun than the Blue Jays. Their last game, they ended up winning something like 18-2, 18-3, something like that. 8 home runs. Lawrence Butler hit 3 bombs. And we end up fucking anytime we get a big lead, we end up blowing the lead. And I don't know if it's management, bullpen, probably bullpen, starting pitching, it's everything. Everything just sucks. But now we can take a breather. We can take a little relax, watch the home run derby, and you're excited for the home run derby. That's always one of the best.
Yeah. Yeah, like we talked about last week, it's probably the best event, like all-star event across the top four
Well, you know, they win
sports in North America.
That's part of it. They win $1 million. That's the other.
That's right. Yeah, they get an incentive, which is nice, which makes them try harder, which is good.
Yeah. It's also just, I think they as competitive athletes think of like, it's not like in the NHL All-Star game, they don't care. Like, it just doesn't seem like they really care to win. Whereas, like,
it's just shinny.
Like, have you seen Bryce Harper when he won in Washington? Is one of the most electric things ever.
So cool. So cool.
Picked up last year when he won. Soto, and remember Vladdy versus Jock Peterson, like that, like, and went into like overtimes. There's
that was so sick.
You can think of is like just absolutely just great moments with the home run.
And then Adley Rutschman when he went switch hitting in the home run derby, that was so sick,
bro. Julio broke the record in like 20. There's so many different things you could talk about with the home run. It's a lot of fun. It's always fun.
Sammy Sosa in Milwaukee. Oh my god,
runs. Yeah, Mark McGwire did the same thing. Like
juice. The fuck out of his mind, just bombing. I think one of them went out of the stadium, and it was a dome. Milwaukee's a dome, right?
Yeah.
I think he hit it out of the stadium.
That's crazy.
It was insane.
No, I'm hyped for it. I'm gonna go out. Me and my grandpa and my dad, we're gonna go for dinner or something like that and watch some
nice.
At a little restaurant and have a good time, hopefully.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So, but let's talk about something sad for a little bit. Let's talk about this Blue Jays series. I want to get right into it. Game 1 was again a tough game for us to watch. If we had won the Friday game and then we had won the game 1 of the Giants versus Blue Jays game that Trevor Richards blew 2 times in a row, might have been 7-2 on the series on this road. And we could have won 3 series in a row. We should have had this game, but it all comes down to bullpen management, not throwing Trevor Richards in high leverage situations, which is something you just should not do. I definitely don't think you should do that. And then also, Chad Green, man, like we don't have a good bullpen, and that's the main reason for us not succeeding at all. Put Trevor Richards in a high leverage situation, which he's bound to struggle in, he's going to allow 2 earned runs. You put Chad Green, a guy who, if you know any past history, he's a guy who gives up a lot of runs in dire situations. You think back to that series. I can recall one game. You probably have seen this somewhere on TV or on Twitter or TikTok, where Lindor in game like 2 or 3 of the ALDS, it's a grand slam to make it 7. That was awesome.
It's like it was like the loudest
stadium has ever been.
Loudest stadium any MLB stadium's ever been. Yeah.
It's that guy Tom versus Sagan or whatever his name is.
Matt. I know what you're talking about. He was the MLB like the show, the video game. He was the commentator. Santa Maria. Yeah.
Walk-off slam.
Yeah. That was insane. That's always in that like most clutch moments. Even though they didn't even win that series.
No, they didn't.
Didn't the Yankees won that? I don't know. It was a cool moment, but they didn't win it. So I don't think it really matters. But
back to the Blue Jays moments. It was again not a good game. First game especially. only the 4 runs that we scored, which is hilarious. You're gonna find this hilarious. Are all on outs. 3 sac flies and a ground out. With bases or something like that.
Only the Jays. Only the Jays, man. Only the Jays.
I mean, they were winning at some point. They were winning 4-2 at one point in the game. Ryan getting beaten by Ryan Nelson was very embarrassing. Again, a guy who is not good whatsoever, but
yeah,
4-2. Again, we had I think the best player from the Jays out of that game was probably Springer. Yariel Rodriguez. I heard this on another podcast, Gate 14. They were talking about Yariel Rodriguez, how he throws a lot of sliders in the middle. He's very much in the zone. And I think it's interesting how he is somehow managed to not get those balls hit to fucking Mars because he's throwing sliders right down the middle and they're just not picking up. But I think at some point it's just gonna catch up to him. And it's like Manoah. Manoah was known for, I feel like Manoah did that all the time in 2022. He's like, he doesn't have the best stuff and he doesn't have the best command, but he just, kind of outsmart the batter sometimes and just throw, nickel and dime them. And he would throw like sliders down the middle and they'd assume it's a fastball and swing right over it, swing too early.
Right. And then 2023 came along and, the story.
Yeah, the story.
Exactly. Batters kind of figured out what he was trying to do.
I want to ask you something about Bo Bichette. He wasn't in the lineup. He's injured, I think, right now. He's injured right now. He's
right.
Not. Do you think the entire season he's been injured? Because he's been terrible this season.
Probably. That's always a solid reason why players like his caliber are playing so bad. Yeah, like right now he's hitting 222. Only 4 homers. Yeah, this is very unlike Bo. I'm pretty sure he's been injured the whole season. That's also our problem in this year, right? Is injuries. Like I'm obviously not gonna make that the main factor of why we're shit. Obviously, it's because our offense sucks. But another big factor is the injuries. I think that's also another big problem.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Especially pitching too in the bullpen. Like that's also a big issue. Like the injuries have been a problem.
There's been a ton of injuries for this team. Yeah. And do you think I wanted to ask another thing then? So do you think we have to fire John Schneider?
Yeah, we should have fired him 2 years ago after the wild card game. Yeah. They should have fired him so early. It's like Sheldon Keefe.
I think
exactly like Sheldon Keefe.
I think it's interesting when you talk about like managers who manage terrible teams, because there's sometimes when a team is supposed to be better and who's to blame? Usually it's most of the time the manager. They're going to blame the manager. Underperforming, like Joe Girardi, he got fired when he was coaching the Phillies in 2022. Rob Thompson came in and they went to the World Series. You could say the same thing with I'm trying to think of another example of that. Buck Showalter, when he came in and coached the Mets in 2022, I think it was. He came in 2022. They fired the previous manager because they were supposed to be a better team. They had signed a bunch of players. They'd signed Taijuan Walker and
Lindor,
and they had, and I'm trying to think, a bunch of other pitchers. Marcus Stroman. They had another year of control. Traded for Javi Baez, who was great that year. And it's interesting because it's hard to judge on whether is this manager shit and the reason for the team just being bad. You couldn't say that to the manager of the A's, you couldn't say that to him because that's really, really shitty. And if you look at it right now with John Schneider, he's also been dealt with a team that's really, really shitty. And that's Ross Atkins' fault at that point for giving him this team. So blame John Schneider.
I think they all have to go. I don't think it's just Schneider's problem.
No,
I think everyone has to go. This also is another comparison to this. I know you're not going to like this, but there's the England soccer team. They have all the talent in the world, right? Like I'm telling you, man. Like their academy, like England soccer team's academies, like their players are insane. And this guy Gareth Southgate, their manager, he's been there since 2018, since the World Cup. And they've been to finals, like back-to-back Euros finals, and they've been to quarterfinals of the World Cup, semifinal of the World Cup. But it's just the fact that his management of players who start are horrible. Like he doesn't pick the right players for his team. He doesn't start the right players for his team. That's the main issue. And even though they're getting like his players, he has so much talent that the players are getting him there. It's the fact that the times he gets to the finals, that's what keeps his job, because his players are so fucking good. It doesn't matter what he does on the management side.
Yeah.
But if England had a good manager, a good coach, they would be winning everything. In my opinion, they would be winning everything. Although it's kind of like the Leafs in the sense where like they have a curse, like they haven't won since 1966, kind of like the Leafs, a major trophy. But like they could easily be, they're the best team in the world if they have a good manager. And I'm saying this because I know people might disagree with me on this, but like the fact they have so much talent and they should be way much better. And this is the same with the Jays too. Like the Jays have talent. Like you've seen, they've been to the playoffs 2 years in a row, three out of the last 4 years, and they should have been four. It should be 4 straight years. They should be in the playoffs, because that one year with Simeon and when Vladdy had his MVP, like basically MVP year, they should have been in the playoffs. But I think Schneider, like he needs to go, dude. And Atkins, all of them have to go. It's not just the manager. There's a lot. It's a lot of like, how do I put this? It's a lot of like, it's divided, the problems. Like who's to blame? Like but I'd say most of it is Schneider and Atkins. The players, obviously, they should be producing, but the fact that your manager and your GM are not providing for you and giving you the right talent, it's not going to work.
Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree, man. It's
the fact that you 2 straight years you don't win a playoff game and you don't change anything, that you don't make any major changes, says something about your front office
and how much you care too. Because
exactly.
It's like, because the Leafs they try and change as much as possible. Like they're always like they want to win. I understand that they do want to win. No, I mean they fired like was there for fucking.
Yes, this year they've made some drastic changes, but when over the Matthews era, in terms of like letting go big players, they haven't done much.
You're right.
I'd say their biggest like player change was probably Hyman, letting go of Hyman, and now he's doing insane on the Edmonton Oilers. But I think, Shanahan is a major problem in the Leafs front office. And he's probably, I think Berube and Treliving are going to make a change this year. I think this will be a different Leafs team, different looking Leafs team. I was talking to the guys today about it, my other friends. But I just think, as long as Shanahan's there, I don't think they're going to be a contending team. I just don't think, because he's a major problem in this organization.
Yeah, I think Ross I think he's made some good deals for this team. I think he's been able to, if you look at Simeon, like signing him to a 1-year deal and having an MVP type season. But again, you could look at those deals and wow, you need to build a playoff team, man. Like you need to put something on the field that's gonna win baseball games too. Like it just goes to show maybe how hard the sport is itself. Like it's so hard to win games. Like even the Orioles, they had everything going for them last year. They didn't win a single playoff game. They were swept in 3 games by the Texas Rangers, and that's
right.
That's the thing about baseball too. It's like it all really depends on how hard you are at the right and at the
it's
right.
It's also due to inexperience too. I don't think it was just. I understand that you were off for a while. The Orioles were off for a few days, and that's the big factor in baseball, because you're playing basically every day.
I disagree with that completely, because the Astros had no problem winning 3-1 against the Twins, like in the ALDS. Like then they didn't have to play any.
That's true.
So
it's also due to inexperience too for the Orioles, because that's their first time in a while they've been in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll make it this year. Maybe it'll be different. Like it all depends. Again, like there's so much time left in baseball. I can't believe we're already halfway through the season. It felt going by so quickly, but so slow at the same time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about, and especially like I think after this year they will. I don't know. It's really hard to say because I think they believe that they're. I don't know.
Yeah, no shit. Ross Atkins, since the beginning of the year, it's like, you know what? Well, don't worry, it'll come. No, it hasn't. It hasn't come.
Well, if we
He
lose,
needs to stop saying that and say something, our team needs to be better, not just saying it will be better. Say, talk out about your players. Don't just fucking say, it'll be better
him
because
to
that's not helping.
days, I want him to make emotional decisions in this offseason, and I want him to sign every single decent free agent to this team. I want him to go 2009 Yankees. I want him to sign Mark Teixeira, Nick Swisher, AJ Burnett, fucking who else did they have? Curtis Granderson, whoever it was. I don't think it was him. But they need to go out there and fucking make a run. So I want that. If Ross Atkins is serious, if he thinks, you know what, next year I think it's going to be a down year. We're going to start rebuilding because I don't think they want to rebuild. I think Ross Atkins is going to trade the players that are on that are about to be free agents next year. So like Kikuchi and Jansen uh and Jimmy Garcia, players that I think we could be okay without because like half of those guys are like injured most of the time. So yeah, like I think that's what he's gonna end up doing.
Yeah. You should be doing that. Honestly. You should be making, like you said, emotional decisions.
Do
That's what you're supposed to be doing as a general manager. Not
yeah,
just fucking saying, it'll get better.
yeah.
It's not a good way of going at it.
I don't even want to talk about game two that much. Like everything or not Rossack.
Yeah.
John Schneider came out with a quote talking about saying everything about that game was terrible. I watched the Blue Jays in 30 on it. I was checking the score every now and then, but I watched the Blue Jays in 30 and they just shit the bed. Like they just weren't good. Like they
Hmm.
um, Nate Pearson needs to be DFA'd or sent to the minors, whatever. I think he's terrible. Zach Pop is also terrible. Those guys need to be gone. Like they're just terrible, terrible pitchers that are so just I don't know, insecure and like just look nervous on the mound like half the time. They always look
Hmm.
Kikuchi absolutely actually that was the next game, yesterday's game, but
Brios.
that just shit down his leg, man. He was terrible all around.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Like the Diamondbacks are a good team. They've got some good players. Like Ketel Marte is great. Jock Peters,
Carroll had a great game.
Corbin Carroll,
Second game too.
Lourdes, Christian Walker, Eugenio Suarez is good. Like he's pretty decent. He's not the greatest. He's kind of cooked right
Hmm.
now. He just had a good series. He's still a dangerous bat.
Is Christian Walker All-Star? I didn't see
Not
anything.
not he's not
That's so disappointing. He should be an All-Star. He should
great.
be back. He should be backing up Harper. I don't understand that.
He's also the bet. He's one of the best first baseman in baseball in terms
I
of
know, I know. That's what I'm saying. He should be the
defense.
backup first baseman.
Defensively too. He's already won 2 Gold Gloves in like the last 2 years. He's really really good at
Yeah,
like
I don't understand. I don't understand why he's not. Who's the backup in the All Star game for Harper? Does he not have one?
trying to think. I
Because
don't.
who else would be there?
Not
You know, it
who?
should be Walker.
Yeah, it should be.
It
Who
should be him.
is Atlanta?
Let's just go to Game 3 because that was a shit show. Game 3 was a bit better. Barely won anyways, but just kind of grinded it out towards the end. I was watching a little bit during my break at work, but yeah, it was a nice little. Clement had a good game. Clement played great. He was 3 for 4. Varsho played good too. Glad he had a homer at the end to win it. That was nice in the 7th inning. It
Yep.
was a nice little bomb there. Yeah, this was a nicer game. Kikuchi, not the best game. Not the best
Kikuchi
game.
was terrible. Kikuchi that game looked like he was all flustered. He looked like 2022 Kikuchi. He looked
Mm-hmm.
fuck out. He looked just like Like you have to pull this guy. Hitting batters, walking batters, giving up absolutely hard hit balls, blowing a 7-0 lead is just horrible. Being up 7-0. I knew though. I remember when it was 7-4, I was like, dude, they're blowing this lead. They're blowing.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
But thank the fucking Lord, fucking Vladdy.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. I saw it during my break. I'm like, thank God, yeah, because a sweep to end the first half would have been horrible, horrible. You think it would have been better actually, because then they probably would have fired someone. That'd have been good.
Doubt it, bro. We've
Or
had
DFA one of the bullpen guys.
That could have been the worst loss of the season. I don't know, that 4-5, that one that we blew with the pass ball, that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That was terrible. And like, yeah,
all right,
so many games, but
all right. So there's no point to predict anything for next series, because next time we're on the podcast, then we can. That's when the next series starts. So
yeah,
we'll just jump. Well, actually, you know what? Since we're on the baseball talk, let's do some All-Star predictions here. Today, hopefully we get it out today. If not, we'll have it out because we're filming this on Monday. Hopefully we can have it out. We might not have it out today. Probably will be out Tuesday, but we're just going to do a little prediction on the home run derby here. Yo, Ryan, can you pause? Edit this out. I have to go to the bathroom. So just keep it recording. I have to go badly. So I'll be back.
okay. All
right. So here we go. We got 2024 All-Star predictions. We're going to do home run derby first. Let me just name off the contestants here. Here we go. All right. So we got Pete Alonso, Alec Bohm, Adolis Garcia, Gunnar Henderson, Teoscar, Marcell Ozuna from the Braves, Jose Ramirez, and Bobby Witt Jr. Ryan, who is your prediction to win the home run derby?
I have Teoscar because I think that there's a couple of good choices. Gunnar Henderson seems like the obvious one that everyone's gonna go with. It's like, oh yeah, because this white boy is good at fucking everything, and he's gonna be great. I don't know, whatever it is. I can't stand the Orioles. They just need to. I want him out of the first round. Teoscar has so much raw power, more than Gunnar Henderson. Like Teoscar can easily hit a home run or a ball out of the ballpark. I don't know if you remember. Just you remember. You obviously know how good of a.
Oh yeah.
And
both of those home runs in the wild card game came in my section. I remember.
Yeah. There you go. There you fucking go. So, that and then so
Teoscar. Okay, I'm gonna go with the hometown one. I'm gonna go with Adolis Garcia. I think he hasn't had the best year. This year everyone was predicting to have a breakout year because of how well he played in the playoffs last year, but I think because he's playing in his home stadium. What's that?
I was just gonna say, I think last year he had a pretty good breakout year though. Like last year he hit.
No, I'm just saying because I thought he would be better this year, but
I see.
Because of how well he played last year and then in the playoffs especially, but yeah, I think because he's playing in their home stadium, I think he'll have the crowd with him. I'll go with Adolis, and plus he's my boy. Love Adolis, man. That guy's got aura, bro. That guy's got aura. All right, and then now we'll go with All-Star Game MVP. So I'm not going to list off all the players, but I think everyone has a general consensus of who will be playing in it. But who is your MVP? There was a weird one last year. Who was it? Elias Diaz or something? Like the one guy who got a home run. Yeah, it was weird last year. But yeah, who's your prediction this year?
Paul Skeens.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I think that's what MLB would love that. They would fucking love that. That's like Travis Kelce winning the Pro Bowl.
Mason Miller and Paul Skeens, MLB Network literally will them off, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big time.
Those guys.
I am gonna go with I don't know. You know what? I'll go with the cheater. I'll go with Jose Altuve. I think he loves hitting in Texas. I think he'll I think he'll have a bomb and a couple of hits. I'm gonna go with him.
Cool.
Yeah, simple answer.
Yeah.
I'll go with him.
All
All
right.
right. So now let's do our remember the game segment here. The score is 2-1 for me. If you don't know, by the end of the month, we will be counting up score, and whoever loses will have to pay for the other person's fees, drinks, food at a Jays game later on in the year. So, Ryan, you give me a Bills game
All right.
since you went first last time.
All right. All right. This game. All right, I found it. Okay. Do I have to say the date?
Yeah.
Okay. It was
Just tell me the year. Just tell me the year. Tell me the year.
okay. It was 2020. This is 2021.
Okay.
Game week 13.
Okay.
Versus the New England Patriots. Bills versus Patriots.
Who was home?
Do I have to say that? Is that important?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Am I allowed to say
Yeah. Yeah, because the Bills play the Patriots twice.
that? Okay, well,
Dude, I say that all the time for you.
Week 13, Bills Buffalo Bills versus Patriots. It was at Highmark Stadium.
So it was in Buffalo, week 13, 2021.
This guy's looking it up.
Ooh, no, I'm looking at the ground.
Okay,
Me
okay.
looking it up. Oh, I know. Okay. This was one of the worst fucking games I've ever watched in my life. I think the Patriots threw the ball 4 times. It was like negative degrees Fahrenheit there. It was fucking freezing. It was a Monday night game. It's a Monday night game. Josh Allen did not have a good game. I think, oh my God. Let me think here. I know the Patriots, Damian Harris had like a 55, 60-yard rushing touchdown. Damian Harris, I remember. Damian Harris had like a 60-yard rushing touchdown. I know the Patriots won. Patriots won that game. This was the year when the Patriots played the Bills in the playoffs. It was a Monday night game. Patriots won. Damian Harris had like a 60-yard rushing touchdown. The Patriots only threw the ball like 4 times. Josh Allen did not have a good game. I think the Bills had a touchdown, but I can't remember who had it. I'm just trying to think who were the running backs in that year. Did Singletary have a touchdown? Devin Singletary?
Nope.
No? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna guess the score. I think the score was it very low scoring. Was it 13-10 Patriots?
That's funny. 14-10 Patriots.
You got to give me that. Come on.
I
1
will,
point.
I will.
I did not. Who had the touch? Who did the other touchdown for the Patriots? Was
Uh,
it did Damian Harris have 2?
No, it's Gabe Davis.
Okay, so Gabe Davis had the 1 for the Bills. Okay, who had the 2 for the Patriots? It was Damian Harris, right?
I can't. I'm trying to look that.
Here,
Up.
I'll look right now. Okay. Game leaders. Yeah, Mac Jones. Mac Jones threw the ball 3 times. 3 times. It was so fucking windy. I remember that fucking game. Yeah, Josh threw it 30 times and completed 50% of his passes. Damian Harris had 10 carries, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Oh my God. That was one of the worst games I've ever watched. Who had the was it a defensive touchdown? No, it wasn't. Then who had a touchdown?
I don't know. All right.
I don't understand. Oh. Wait, what? I don't understand. Oh, because they went for 2. When they got the touchdown, they went for 2. They got it, and then they kicked 2 field goals, I think. I think that was why. Okay. All right. All right, here's your game. August 18th, 2023, Jays versus Cincinnati Reds. Jays were away.
Game one.
It was for game one.
Game one. Oh, okay.
Game one of the series.
1-0. 1-0. Reds. Jordan Hicks gave up a home run to Christian Encarnacion Strand in the bottom of the ninth. It was on an Apple TV game one. Nathan Barrios took a no-hitter at 5 innings, 2/3. There you go.
I picked an easy game for you there. I think that was, yeah. I'm giving you. I don't want to give you like an AL East team. I did give you one last week, but you got it. I gave you something a little easier.
All right.
But yeah, you got it. Good job.
3-2 now.
All right, 3-2 now. The score, still winning that because that kind of fuck up you had in the first week. But God, I need to keep pace here. Need to keep pace.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Let's go into our top 5 segment. This one's going to be an interesting one. Very controversial top 5 this week. We are going to do top 5 hardest sports to play. A lot of different opinions, but I think there's a consensus top. I think there's a majority like top 5 for like some sports will definitely be in most people's top 5s. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
All right. So mine's not. I think mine's pretty basic. I think we'll see. Number 5, top 5 hardest sports to play, is American football. American football, I think, is one of the hardest. The only reason I put it's so high, I think, is because of the fact that there are positions in this game where you do not have to do that much and it does not take skill. It's just you need to be a big person and you need to know how to fucking guard somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not the most difficult position in the world. It's not the hardest thing you can do. But
I mean, a cornerback's one of the hardest positions
I'm not saying
in all of sports.
I mean, Jason Kelsey probably has one of the easiest jobs in all of football. Like
that, well, yeah, a lineman, but a cornerback or a quarterback or a wide receiver.
Yes,
I'm
not saying all.
Yeah,
I'm not saying all.
I know. Okay.
Like I know, like I'm saying, like certain positions are, but yes, football is a very hard sport. In terms of getting hit too is a big factor in that sport. Especially dealing with CTE and concussions all the time and injuries.
Mm-hmm.
It's a grueling, tough sport. Being a quarterback is probably one of the hardest and most impressive positions in any sport, being a good one at that. For sure. So that's why I have football at number 5. Very, very hard sport and very fun to watch.
Yeah.
Number 4, hockey. Hockey, similar to football, you're dealing with a lot of injuries, a lot of hits to the body. You have to maneuver so many different things. You got a puck, you got skates, you got a stick, you got everything to deal with everything. And then also learning how to skate is also a very difficult thing as well. That's not everyone can skate. And I've seen some people try and play hockey that can't skate, and that's hard to watch.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
And that's why I think hockey is one of the hardest sports to play. And it's again, dealing with injuries, especially the grueling season of especially playoffs is wild, just like so tough what those players go through. Hockey at number 4. Number 3, this one's might be the little controversial. It kind of goes along with like another sport as well. But the reason I put this on is just because of how insane the people that do this.
I know what you're gonna say.
UFC.
I know what you're gonna say. Yep.
Yeah. UFC
or MMA, like mixed martial arts.
MMA, boxing. I think those.
Okay, so I have that too. Should we put that together? Like,
I'd put
because like I feel like, yeah. Okay, so so we'll do boxing. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we just do mixed martial arts? I think mixed martial arts is probably okay.
So what I mean by this is I could never do this type of sport.
Or how about I'll just do combat sports. Sorry for interrupting, but yeah, combat sports. We'll just do that.
So me personally, I could never do any sort of UFC fighting. I am so that's just not up my alley. The people that do that they are risking their lives out there,
Mhm.
like insanely. And also the training, the fact that you have to, if you need to hit a certain amount of weight, you need to uh, be, just the amount of effort and pure adrenaline and violence that this sport has on somebody. It's crazy how anyone would sign up
Mhm.
to do this, but it's extremely
Right.
impressive. You're a dog if you are in the UFC. It's right away. It's like already insane. Just even if you lose, it's still fact that you're participating in this is pretty impressive, and that's why like Conor McGregor and Mike Tyson and all the and Khabib and
Mhm.
uh Peppermint Patty, not Patty. Pat, that's not his name. I know it's not his name.
Would you include wrestling in this category? I'd
Like,
put combat sports, but would you include
I'm
that?
not saying WWE wrestling.
Okay.
No, WWE isn't real, bro. That's not a sport. It's
I know,
entertainment.
but but a guy has died.
Sure, yeah, but that's because
You're
they're
you're still. I know it's
no,
acting,
I'm
but
no, no, no.
it's
I'm not
still
including it. No, I'm not including
okay. Okay. All right.
it. But UFC, yes, that is insane.
Okay.
Number
Okay.
two, you're gonna like this pick, right, Ryan? Golf.
I know. I knew you were gonna put that. Yeah.
Uh, I cannot golf for shit. The fact that people are able to, not often, the fact that people are able to hit a ball fucking 400, 300 yards. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know if that's true. 300 yards into a hole is ridiculous. It's insane.
Mm,
It takes so much, precision, accuracy, talent to be able to do that. Just to be able to hit a
mm,
ball into that small little hole on half a mile away from you or whatever it is. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Tiger Woods, Scotty Scheffler, uh, Rory McIlroy. Am I saying that? Rory McIntyre.
McElroy.
McIlroy.
McElroy.
Yeah, I know some golf.
McElroy.
I know a few. That's about it though.
Yeah.
That's it's insane. It's insane. How
Mm,
to do that, and it takes so much. It takes so much practice and learning how to be a good
sure
golfer.
does. Sure
And
does.
people that do and have that patience are very impressive. I couldn't do it. And number one, baseball. Baseball is
Mm,
it's so the that's the reason that they have low A, single A, double A, and triple A is because it's such a big difference for a player to develop from going to university or high school straight into the MLB. There's no other sport that's like that. A lot of the time, most players, they come right out of university or high school and hockey and baseball or not baseball, basketball, and go right into the sport, right? They go right into the NHL, they go right into the NFL, they go right into the NBA. Sometimes it takes a little bit different. They're in there for longer, but even like Alec Manoah, he's in the minors for a little bit, working on himself, developing himself as a player. When he came up from West Virginia University, it's hitting a baseball at about 100 miles per hour with movement is the hardest thing to do in the sport. In any sport. Nobody can do it. You think any of these people think,
mm,
yeah, if I just timed it up properly, no, no chance. It takes
mm,
forever. There's something about it. It's like you have less than half a second to decide if you were going to swing or not at a ball. Not even. It's like a quarter of a second. It's milliseconds, honestly, that you have to take the chance to hit a ball. So baseball
mm.
hardest has to be one of the hardest sports of all time.
Okay.
It is.
What's your honorable mention?
Oh, rock climbing,
Okay. It's a good one.
I
That
guess.
is that is that is very
It
that is
is very
very hard.
difficult. Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh okay. I have a weird one.
What is it?
At
Hot dog?
my honorable mention. Yeah, Joey Chestnut. That's the greatest athlete of all time right there. Too bad he
The
ended
ban.
up
Why did he get
disappearing
banned? Just because he's too.
because he promoted a vegan brand. So the Nathan's hot dogs didn't like that, so they just took him out.
Wow, that's pathetic.
Yeah.
That's sad on.
Yeah,
I'm not. I fucking hate Nathan's brand now.
yeah,
Fuck that. Joey Chestnut still.
yeah. He is. He is.
He will always.
Okay. I'm trying to like. I'm kind of dilly dallying on one of these. Okay. All right. I figured it out. Okay. So, as my honorable mention, I am going to go with tennis. I think it is. I used to play rep tennis when I was younger. It is one of the, if not, you need to have the most agility, most endurance, best stamina out of any other sport than tennis. I think, you're running back and forth, back and forth. You have to be in the right position at the right time. If you screw up an angle on your tennis racket, you lose the point. Inches, quarter inches, and you're fucked. Tennis is, if you play tennis, fuck pickleball. Pickleball is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. No,
Hey,
like stupidest shit ever. No, no.
it's for old people.
Pickleball is tennis for, yeah, pickleball is tennis for lazy people.
No,
I
it's
don't
not,
understand.
it's not for no. It's no. It's fun. It's for people that will just want to have fun, bro. That's not like a competitive.
Tennis is fun too. Tennis is fun too. You can have
Yes, but
fun playing
it takes
tennis.
a lot more skill, and people who are older, and don't have that much agility, it's a lot harder for them to do.
No, but I
If
understand that. But
you
for
go
people
play,
who are,
you and I will go
in
play.
shape,
You and I will go
but
play pickleball, and you'll have a great time.
people who are in shape and are playing pickleball other than tennis, it's
Yeah.
very sad to
Also,
see.
you're
It's
playing.
very sad to see.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. I destroy your shit in fucking pickleball and tennis any
That is
day of the week,
crap, bro.
pal.
I would
Any
just.
day of the week, pal. Any day of the week. All right. We might have to live stream a pickleball match.
You
Anyways,
might have to.
or no, tennis match. Fuck pickleball.
No,
I'm never playing
pickleball. I
that
don't
sport.
fucking play
Never
tennis.
playing that sport.
Fine,
Never playing that
we'll
sport ever
do
again.
baseball. You know what? I'll pitch to you, and you have to hit it. You have to hit. If you,
Why are we now talking about baseball? Why are we not talking about
why were we?
when was
I can't
baseball
play
ever in the
tennis. You can play
conversation?
baseball. We'll do
I
pitch.
never played baseball.
Yeah, I don't play tennis. So pickle.
Okay. Why did you bring up why did you bring up baseball though?
Keep going with your list. Go on.
Okay. Number 5, I have combat sports. So I had like, MMA, UFC, boxing. Massive respect to the guys who do that. Even the YouTube boxing stuff. I know it's kind of amateur hour in terms of the
Right.
quality, but I still respect the guys who put basically their lives on the line, even though if it is padded, like you have headgear on or yeah, I still have massive respect for those people because I would never do that. It's pretty scary. I put that number 5. Number 4, I have baseball. I think it's like you said, hitting a fastball, 100 miles an hour is one of the hardest. I've never seen a 100-mile-an-hour fastball come at me, but I definitely see how it's the hardest thing to do in any sport. I think just I've played softball in the past, and obviously it's not the same thing as baseball or professional baseball, but I know sitting in the outfield is not that hard, so that's why I have it lower than standing in the outfield or making a play at short. It is tough playing shortstop, but it's play like it's not that hard than these other sports I have coming up.
That is cap, bro. Look, this
Number 3,
catch a fucking 110 liner or fucking ground ball by
there
Vladdy.
we go. Anyways, Vlad stinks. Vlad loves hitting at the groundouts. So number 3, I have golf. Obviously, it's I was literally talking to people about this today. So if let's say you're hitting the ball here, if you move your face just like this, just like not even a little bit, your shot is going into the fucking woods, not on the fairway. The amount of difference it takes to have a good shot and a bad shot is unlike anything else in any other sport. There is no fucking forgiveness in golf. No, none. It is by far the most mentally flawed game ever, like in terms of like what's going on in your head, like that 100%. And like I played the game for I'd say about 10 years now, and I still haven't figured it out. Personally, I think I'm a solid player, but like other people, like the amount of like good golfers compared to bad golfers is crazy. Like, I think in terms of percentages, I think only 5% of golfers can break 90. I think that's percentage of like how many people can break 90. It's pretty insane. So I think that's just a good stat to bring up when in terms of golf. Number two, I have hockey. Um, anyone who just takes up hockey, you like before even taking a stick, you have to learn how to skate, and that in itself is a fucking challenge. So I think that you're literally putting on fucking knives on your feet, and you have to basically walk on ice. I mean, how it's so hard to do. And if you go to an NHL game and watch it live, and these guys are fucking flying, it just shows you the levels of difficulty. And number one, this is a weird one, but I think if you really think about it, it is definitely the hardest sport to ever play. Water polo. I'm telling you, water polo, you are fucking swimming the whole time, and your goal is to it's basically handball in water. And if you watch the Olympics this year, all right, pay attention to water polo. Pay attention to this sport. They are in 12 to 13 feet deep water. They are treading water while playing handball at the same time. You know how much like endurance that takes, and the cardio it takes to fucking stay up in the water and you play handball at the same time for an hour straight is fucking unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Like, even if you know how to swim and you're in the water, this is not shallow water. You're not in the fucking pool 4 feet deep. This is 13 feet deep water. This is deep as shit. I'm telling you, people, if you don't know about water polo, pay attention to the Olympics this year and watch water polo for yourself. It is fucking insane how much cardio it takes for these guys and women to do. It is fucking unbelievable. So I'm putting that number one. You got to admit, though, if you watched the water polo match before,
I've played water polo and it's really easy. So I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, maybe in 2 feet water, probably standing the whole time. Yeah, shut the fuck up. This is like 13 feet water they're playing in. I'm telling you, people, watch water polo in the Olympics this year. Croatia, my country, they're insane at water polo. Croatia is going to get the gold medal this year in water polo all day. Yeah. That's the Croatia and water polo. That's their bread and butter, dude.
Mm.
Croatia loves their water polo. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because they're incredible swimmers, just like me. But water polo, insane sport, number one, no doubt. People are gonna agree with me on this, dude. If you search it up, it's crazy, crazy stuff.
All right, I see. Interesting. You claim
Yeah,
to
you didn't call that one, did you? You didn't call that one.
No, I didn't. You claim to be a good swimmer though? You're a good
I think I'm okay. I
Yeah.
think I'm good. Yeah. Yeah. What about yourself? Are you would you be able to last in a water polo game?
Maybe. I don't know. Like I think I have pretty good stamina. Like I have like a good
Right.
like I can like tread water for a long time and like I can
Hmm.
stuff like that. So but it'd just be interesting to see how it goes in the water and how I do in the water.
It's
Like
just so crazy. And imagine the goalies too, right? Like, you're just fucking standing. You're just actually no, the goalie's probably the easiest position, but yeah, they're playing in deep water, man. They're playing in deep water. I'm excited. I'm excited for the water polo this year in the Olympics. That's probably one of my favorite sports to watch in the summer.
interesting.
Summer Olympics is water polo. 100p.
Cool. All right. Well, anything else you have to add?
Uh, no, not really. Too bad. England lost in the Euro finals. Fuck you, England. Purdy. Fuck you. Fuck you, Purdy.
Spain won?
What's that?
Who won
Spain
Spain?
won. Spain. Yeah.
Bro,
They deserve to win it, dude. They played so well
my
this
buddy
tournament.
at work, he put 150 on Spain to win the entire Euro championship and
Wow.
he made $1,200.
Good for him, man. Pick the right team. They're a good team, man. Not a lot of people picked them. I mean, they're obviously stacked, but like, not a lot of people they probably expected England or France to win it, but yeah, good for them. Even though Spain crushed my team, I'm glad they won it. They played well all tournament. So
All right, sounds good. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will talk to you later. See you. Yeah, we'll post this hopefully by tonight. We'll see what we can do.
mhm.
Anyway, on all the socials, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Spotify, we're on there all. Thank you guys so much for listening, and take care. See you soon.